Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 44 of Your Take, My Take by John and Jacob. I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
And we wanted to apologize for such a long break. It was summer break, and we didn't have a chance. And let's be honest, the summer months of sports isn't great after the NBA Finals is done. So football's about to start up again. It actually started with preseason. So we wanted to give you our take today on will the Arizona Cardinals make the playoffs? And so, like we always do, we're going to do a coin flip. We'll let Jacob call it in there.
Tails.
It's tails. Who do you want?
You want first.
All right, well, I'll go first. So I had a chance to actually research the Arizona Cardinals. There are some big caveats and why I think we are going to make the playoffs. But there has to be a few things that go our way, and that's where the big caveats come in. I actually think our lineup and our team is a playoff team. It's the question is, can Kyler stay healthy and can Hopkins come back to the all-pro form when he comes back after suspension? Everything else seems to be in place. I think our offensive line is good. We got James Conner back, and we got serviceable backup receivers. The real question is, can the DBs hold up? Is Marco Wilson going to improve enough to be able to withstand and be the second corner? I think Murphy has established himself as a pretty good corner. We have two of the best safeties. I guess the next big area of concern that I have are the two very athletic, very high-pick middle linebackers in Simmons and Collins. Are they going to take that big step up to be, to justify their first-round draft picks and justify their high picks? They're athletic enough. They're skilled enough. It's just a question of are they going to be able to play up to game speed. Ronnie Hudson coming back at center was big for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray settling the contract extension was big. He doesn't have to worry about that. Like I said, the biggest issue that I see amongst all this is we can have everything fall in place, but if Kyler Murray gets beat up and gets hurt, we're not going to make the playoffs. If he can stay healthy, even if he can play 14 out of 16 games or 13 out of 16 games and play at a high level, we're going to win. We're going to go to the playoffs. Based upon my prediction, I think we're anywhere in the 10-6 to 11-5 range. I think our division is very tough. I think the Seahawks, we should beat them twice. Hopefully we split against the Rams and the 49ers. If we split against the Rams and the 49ers and beat the Seahawks twice, our other schedule isn't that tough. It's tough, but it's not the toughest in the league, and I think we have a chance to really make some damage again. I'm going to say it again. I've been saying it for 2 or 3 straight years. Kyler Murray is the key. If he can stay healthy and he can produce when healthy, he's a difference maker. We saw that last year in the first 8 games. He was probably the front runner for the MVP. Then he got banged up, and we completely fell apart. It also didn't help that Hopkins got hurt. So, short answer, I do believe that the Arizona Cardinals will make the playoffs. Again, Kyler Murray, you got to stay healthy and you got to justify that money you requested, you begged for, you made all sorts of issues about, but eventually you got paid. So let's see you get paid let's see you perform like a Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and those guys who are making
Aaron Rodgers,
yeah. the people that are making equivalent money to you. You should now be able to produce.
Yep. So I see multiple things that could go against us. Even though I think this team is very talented, we did not get better at all. We actually probably got worse. We broke even we lost Christian Kirk. He's one of the highest paid wide receivers now. He's definitely not a good wide receiver, but we got pretty much the same version of him, just probably he gets more injured than Christian Kirk and Marquise Brown. And we lost our best defense player.
A healthy Marquise Brown is better than a healthy Christian Kirk.
Yeah, but he gets injured so much that they pretty much break even.
So does Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk misses some big throws too.
Yeah, well, that's a big problem. We don't have anybody good until Hopkins pretty much comes back that we can rely on for health, basically.
Okay.
Our defense, I don't know how our defense is going to play. This will be very interesting. We lost our best defensive end in Chandler Jones. That guy was pretty much the best defensive player, maybe even he's probably top 3 best Cardinal defense players ever, in my opinion. He leads the Cardinals franchise in sacks. I think he's a big loss for us.
After the first game where he had like 7 sacks, he only had like 2 the rest of the year.
Yeah, but he always gets pressure, and we're probably not going to do well on pressure because we didn't really add anybody.
We got JJ back.
Yeah, well, he played 6 games for us. So.
When JJ plays and he's healthy, he's also a force to be reckoned with. They also got Marcus Golden, who also played well. So we have pass rushers both in Golden, J.J. Watt, and Zach Allen. I think all those guys can rush, and so can Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons could be an edge rusher too.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. But the biggest problem is the corners. Byron Murphy pretty much broke even. He had an insane 6 games and then broke even like Kyler Murray. And Marco Wilson was statistically the worst cornerback. I think he had a 154 passer rating, so you can take that as is. But the biggest problem I see is the strength of schedule. We're number 2. We have very difficult games. The one good thing about it is that I think the NFC West got actually worse. The Rams pretty much got better. 49ers are a big if. It pretty much relies on Trey Lance. And the Seahawks got worse. Drew Lock and Geno Smith, it's not going to be as good as Russell Wilson. Drew Lock is horrible, and so is Geno Smith. So I don't see them competing. They'll probably compete with the Cardinals. But also, Cliff Kingsbury is not a great coach either. He kind of breaks even.
So it sounds like you're saying that we're not going to make the playoffs.
Just as I looked at it, we didn't get better. We pretty much stayed the same. And I do agree that it really relies on Kyler Murray. And if he stays healthy, I think we could be a 10-7 team. But realistically,
10-6?
It's 17 games.
I thought it was 16
games. Oh,
games.
yeah, with the bye week. 10-6. But realistically, I'm looking at like breaking even at about 8.
So you're saying no?
It really does depend.
Wow. I looked at the schedule too, and it's a tough schedule. But I think here it is. It might be a blessing in disguise that Hopkins comes back after Game 6 because he got dinged up towards the end of the year, and if he can play Week 7 on and stay healthy, and Kyler stays healthy, those two can beat almost any team. Those two are that good that they could beat almost team, and so. I do agree that we didn't get substantially better, but we were one of the best teams in the NFL last year. If injuries didn't come, we would have made a serious run.
Yeah.
And so again, it depends on Kyler Murray and his health, and DeAndre Hopkins and his health. Marco Wilson has to improve. He can't get worse. Am I right? He just can't get worse.
We see that he has the physical traits to be really good too.
Yes. He runs like a 4.3
and has a 40-inch vert.
Yeah, I mean he has the natural ability to be a good corner. I think it takes time for rookies to develop and to get caught up to speed in the schemes that the NFL offenses run. And so I only see improvement for him. We saw Murphy take that big bump from second to third year also. I think the real key on defense is going to be our interior. Is Simmons and Collins going to be able to stand in the middle and be good enough to anchor that defense? I don't know. I think our defensive line will be fine. It's going to be the inside linebackers.
Yeah.
So Jacob's a hater. I have
I have more caution.
He said no. I say we do. I think first 6 games we'll be 4-2 without Hopkins, and that's because I think we'll lose. I think we'll lose to the Chiefs and the Rams, but I think we can beat the Panthers, Eagles, and Raiders, and it's a different ball game when Hopkins comes in, and so that's why I think
we'll see. Kyler Murray threw him the ball 6 times.
Well, he was hurt.
No, yeah, but Kyler Murray doesn't throw the ball to Hopkins.
Wow, there's so much hate here.
No, Hopkins is the best. I always drafted him in my fantasy league just to see him get 3 end zone targets, and that's it. Like, you need to get him more involved, and he dominates. He's more talented than these Cooper Kupps and these people. Like, he's on par with Devontae Adams. The one problem is Devontae Adams gets 20 targets a game, while DeAndre Hopkins gets 2 targets a game. So we need to incorporate DeAndre Hopkins more into the game plan.
I do agree with that completely, because Cooper Kupp also gets 20 targets. And so, again, I say the Cardinals make the playoffs. Depending on how far.
I say we're a wild card team.
Wild card's not 8-8 is not wild card.
No, it was last year.
10-6 is a wild card, or 9-7 is a wild card.
No,
Okay,
we'll see.
He's saying wild card. I think we make it. I think we're gonna beat. I think we'll be the second best team in the West. I think we'll be better than the 49ers, and I think we'll be competing with the
best team
Rams.
in the West?
I think it's the Rams.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to battle the Rams and the 49ers, and I think we'll see that we'll be the second best team in the West, and the Rams will probably win our league or division. So there you have it. There's episode 44. I think the Cardinals will make the playoffs. Jacob thinks maybe, and so he's non-committal. But I hope you.
We'll see.
I hope you guys enjoyed episode 44. Again, we apologize for the long delay, but. We're excited about football, so you'll be definitely seeing a lot more episodes about football and also the upcoming basketball season. So, again, hope you enjoyed episode 44 of Your Take, My Take by John and Jacob. I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
We'll see you later.